Yeah, extremely disappointing. Simple as that, really.
Simple as that. First half performance was below your standards, I imagine, but that second half performance, did the Mansfield team pull it round in your eyes?
We got rollicking at half time, and quite rightly so, because the first half performance, as you just said, was inept, and there were players there that didn't show any character, they didn't show the desire, and they didn't show what they can do, and they need to look at themselves for that. I'm not going to single anybody out. The first half performance was totally appalling, in my opinion. Were there
individual failings for both goals, or was it a collective error at the back?
Well, I can't blame. For the first goal, it's a deflection. The goalkeeper would have been safe. So it's a slice of luck there for them. But if you don't shoot, you don't score. So I respect that. And it was we spoke about the delay, and obviously a wonderful crowd that turned up. But the start was all important, and unfortunately they got there's a little bit of slice of luck, and that's fair comment. I don't mind that. But it seemed to knock us for six, and I think whether it was the occasion or whether it was the bigger crowd, some of our players froze, and unfortunately we didn't really put any crosses in. Our wingers didn't provide that. Our fullbacks didn't provide the support. Wide areas we were poor, and it bounced off us too much up top. So that was disappointing.
David, you're a manager who doesn't like to make excuses, but we've got to take into account that there was a delay of 15 minutes. Will that have affected your players?
If you can't deal with what was it, 7,000? If you can't deal with that, then you shouldn't be in football, should you? No, I'm not going to make excuses. The fans were excellent. The club have done a wonderful gesture to the community today, and the players, once they've crossed that line, have not stepped up and delivered. So they must take responsibility for that.
Let's look at positives there. There always are some from every game. Alan Marriott, a fantastic effort by him in goal today.
He is what he is. He's a very, very good goalkeeper, and he kept us in it. In the first half we could have been blown away. They could have had 2 or 3 very good chances, and so you've got to look at everybody concerned on that. The setup not changed, but players didn't step up to the mark in the first half. We were far below the standard I expect. And the criticism that was pointed towards the players was quite correct, because they certainly got it from me at half time. The response was okay. The second goal was certainly, we could have defended that a lot better. We shouldn't have allowed the ball to bounce, and the boys scored a very good goal. After that, the goalkeeper has pulled off 3 or 4 very, very good saves, and he's a very talented young goalkeeper, Paul Farman, and I think he kept him in with some wonderful saves like our goalkeeper. But the second half response was okay, but I still feel that players have got to look at themselves today and stand up and be counted.
If you want a response from players, it can't get much bigger than this coming Tuesday. Stevenage away. A massive, massive reaction I hope you're going to find from your players Monday and Tuesday.
Well, we've just had a big discussion, certainly a discussion on character and other things that we needed to be addressed, and that will remain private. But no, as a manager and as a football club and the fans, the most important people are the fans, is that they see that reaction. And I don't mind suffering a defeat, but the first half performance today was shocking.
And just a final question, David, I can't ignore it. The 7,261 people who came through the gates here at Field Mill, a wonderful, wonderful response by the Mansfield Town people to come out and support your side today.
Yes, and on behalf of my players, I'm certainly extremely disappointed for them to witness such a poor first half. It wasn't the result we wanted, but we have to dust ourselves down and show character and show depth for that. But it was a fantastic gesture on behalf of the chairman and the board, but likewise a equally huge gesture from the town, and I'm very grateful for that.
Thank you, David.
Pleasure.
Can we just get the radios done?
Right then.
Okay, David, David, I don't think any of us saw that performance coming. What happened today?
No one saw it coming, certainly. Bitterly disappointed first half. There was no cohesion. Players didn't do what they're supposed to be doing, and they got really what we deserved, because it wasn't good enough.
How important was the early goal in that sense? You got such a big crowd here, then having gone a goal behind after 5 minutes, it seemed to shell-shock.
Yeah, it did. You're absolutely right. I spoke about occasions and mannerisms when you play in front of a bigger crowd, and I said that the start was all important. They got the start they needed. It seemed to knock our players backwards, and they didn't show the character and the response that we were looking for. There wasn't enough quality in the first half by a long mile, and that was addressed at half time. I think we got the ball into the box a lot better. The wingers started doing their jobs, putting people under pressure. We seemed to be in one one phase. It was very slow and very laboured. So I thought their midfield dominated ours. Certainly won a lot more second balls than we did, and that had a huge bearing on the game.
I was looking at you just after the second goal with your hands on your hips on the far side of the pitch from me, and I wondered what was going through your mind, because a home game here against this side and 2-0 down at that point, and the nature of the second goal as well, you must have been furious.
I was furious, yes, absolutely right. I can't repeat obviously what we said at half time, because you wanted the right response. We felt that when we went to Gateshead and won 3-1, we were 1-0 down there for a lack of concentration. Today, a slice of good fortune for them in the first goal, but I'll give them credit for that, that's no problem. But no, you need to be responsible. As soon as you cross that line, you've got to stand up and be counted. The players have taken the criticism, and they're going to have to take some more, because we've got a lot of hard work to be done, and it shows the character.
Do you feel in some way that they've let the owners down? The owners have done this great offer of getting more than 7,000 in a bid to get bigger crowds between now and the end of the season, and they've not shown up to that?
Well, first and foremost, that the owners, and as always, have been pragmatic and certainly innovative. When they cross that line, you can't do any more, and the players have got to take responsibility, and that's my job there, to be constructive with them. Certainly, you're looking for a test of character and the type of people they are. Hopefully, they'll respond in the right fashion. If they don't, they'll find themselves sitting with the rest of the 7,000 next time.
What was it like for you, standing on the far side with 7,000 before, great noise, but then towards the end, seeing more than half of them leave before the end, and then you have to walk off in front of those that are left? It must have been heartbreaking. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, and as a manager, you know, I can hear the criticisms, and I respect that. I have no problem with that at all. It is heartbreaking, because I want this club to do so well, and I put a hell of a lot of hard work in, and you have to take this on the chin, and it's an experience I don't really want to encounter too very often.
We've got an immediate chance to put it right, I suppose, and what an occasion to be able to do it with Stevenage away.
Yeah, we've spoke privately about that, and that's another day, but today, you know, I'm going home very disappointed, and a bitterly disappointed for the chairman and the board, really, because they're very, very good people and honest people, and we try to always work together, and of course when you get disappointing results, it's about character and bouncing back and having that type of leadership quality.
Hope you can bounce back. Thanks, David.
Thank you.